Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Saturday, July 30th, 2022, and I am back here at the Raritan River today because it's been a while since I've visited my favorite river. River's been pretty low lately and pretty warm, which usually makes for some tough conditions, but you know, despite how it looks, the water level is actually up a little bit because of some recent rains that we had. So, given that the conditions are as good as they've been in quite some time, I decided to come back and look for some smallmouth bass. I'm going to start by throwing around a Ned rig, which, at least at the moment, is my go-to for summertime smallmouths, especially with the bright sun out. Feels good to be back on my favorite river. It'll feel even better if I can find some hungry smallmouths. This is not the main stretch of river I wanted to fish today. I'm gonna hit that up later, but I thought I'd give this run a shot because sometimes there's fish in it. So this is just a little appetizer before the main event. This water's definitely been fished already. When I was in the parking lot getting ready, a guy came up with a fly rod, so he'd been fishing here, and then there's another guy right down below me right now fishing. So these fish have seen some lures today, but maybe they haven't seen mine. Well, no action on the Ned rig, which is a little bit surprising, so I'm gonna work back up through this run with a wacky rig Senko. Just gonna drift this in the current, give it a couple of twitches every now and then, and see if that grabs them. Well, the wacky rig didn't yield any bites either. Hasn't been the best start to the day so far, but it's way too early to get discouraged, and I've still got my #1 spot that I want to check out, which is where I plan on heading next. So sit tight and I will see you in a couple of seconds. All right, here we are at the #1 spot, and best thing is not another fisherman in sight. Not to say that nobody's already fished this today, but it seems like this place always has some fish. So I went back to the Ned rig, and we're gonna see if this place's reputation holds up today.
Hey everybody, Future Lord here, editing the video, and I wanted to go through this footage that you're seeing here. This is me trying to cross a section of river that I've crossed numerous times before without incident, but this time was definitely different. By the time I made it about halfway across, I knew something was wrong. The water was a lot deeper than it normally is at these water levels, and the current, which was moving through pretty fast, started sweeping my feet out from under me. And I tried to lean more into the current, but I think what that did was it just made it easier for the current to spin me around, at which point I just totally lost my footing and finally just succumbed to the current and went into the river. And there you can see me right there. I take my unplanned swim. Now, at this point, what I'm doing is I'm just churning my legs, not only to just tread water, but also to see if I could find any foothold on the bottom that I could use to push myself towards shore. And right here, I enter into some shallower, calmer water and am able to get my legs under me and make it to shore safely. So there's two things I want you all to take away from this. First of all, no matter how well you know a river, and I know this stretch of river exceptionally well, do not let your guard down. Rivers can change over time, and areas that were once safe to wade or cross may not be safe anymore. So don't take for granted that you were always able to wade or cross a section of river before, and pay attention because it might not be safe anymore. Second of all, if you fish, or even if you are around water a lot, learn how to swim. It's not hard to learn, and it could save your life. Anyway, that's all I had to say about this. Let's get back to the fishing.
Yeah, I can't cross there anymore. Oh, fish on. Oh, he's off. Nuts. Wow. I think that fish might have been on for a while, and I just thought I was scraping the bottom with the jig. Man, it's been about 2 hours. That was my first bite of the day. Go figure, it would get off. Fish on. There he is. Airborne smallmouth. And there's one following it too. All right, there we go. Hooked him right in the tongue. All right. Oh, look at that. He's got some fishing line hanging from his anus. Let me help him with that. I'll at least cut off the tag end. Alrighty. So not bad for a first fish of the day. Well, the Ned rig was underperforming, so I took that off and I decided to switch over to a black grub on a jig head. Another reason why I wasn't happy with the Ned rig was there's a lot of like weeds and algae on the bottom, and I was getting that on almost every cast. So that was definitely frustrating to deal with. There we go, fish on. Oh, he's off. At least I got a couple of good jumps out of him. I was just kind of letting that grub trail in the current, and I felt him load on. There we go, fish on. Oh, he came off, nuts. Wow, I am not doing well with my hookup ratio today. But at least I'm getting a few bites. It's definitely been slow today, which is why it's so disappointing when you get a bite and you can't land it, because you don't know when the next one's coming. Fish on. Looks like a little smallmouth. Yep. Okay. Finally able to land another one. Fish in hand have been in short supply today. Well guys, the Raritan River certainly showed her stingy side today. I did get some bites and didn't get skunked on the day, but still, it was really, really tough getting any fish today. But that's summer fishing. Sometimes it can be really, really tough. But all in all, I'm happy that I was able to spend a day on the Raritan River. It's always a fun time. And look forward to coming out here again soon. Hopefully there will be a few more fish to show in the footage this time. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.